How are you feeling with your face getting stabbed?
I'm doing all right.
All right, good.
I'm doing all right.
Yeah. You look younger already.
Do I? That was the plan. That was the plan. And okay, so welcome to the show. What's Good Tampa show? We got Pusha Preme right here, right?
Well, go on,
dude. We're excited to have you. Thanks for coming on.
No doubt. Thanks for having me, man.
You've been here before?
Yeah, I've been here before. There's been like a bunch of things, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I like what you guys did with it, though.
Thank you.
You know?
Yeah.
We kept the integrity of it. There's a lot of visual stuff in here.
Have to.
You know, it's like we have our own little like meow wolf here. I like
That's
for
what
sure.
we're going for, dude. So we got you on Gasparilla Music Festival coming up, right? That's later this month. You're going to be one of the main acts performing. Is this an exciting thing for you? You excited?
Yeah.
About
This
it?
is my second go around that they have us on. So I'm just appreciative to the city of Tampa, GMF for having my band up there. We're the only Afro fusion band there, so it's gonna be fun.
That's amazing. Yeah. So are you originally from Tampa, or where are you from originally?
Originally from New York.
New York. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How long you been down here?
I've been here quite some time since like 2015.
Awesome. All right. Well, we're gonna get into the hard and heavy questions. Okay. So let's go ahead and get the show started. You ready, Sean?
Yes. Let's do this thing.
Welcome to the What's Good Tampa Show. What's Good Tampa Show. This is where we talk about all things Tampa Bay and beyond. Coming to you from the Gimmick in Ybor City, here's your hosts, Austin and Sean.
You like that? Get you pumped
It's that
up,
gimmick.
right?
It's
Dude, that gets you pumped up, right? Right. So, dude, yeah.
Tampa boy right here.
Yeah.
Goslin's born and raised Tampa.
I'm Tampa guy, yep. But we're here to talk about you because I got some exciting things to talk about as far as Gasparilla Music Festival goes. This is a big show, right? This is one of the biggest shows of the year here in Tampa. It happens every single year. It's got to be really cool for you, I would imagine, to be performing here. Tell me like another kind of big point in your career, like as far as your performances, where you performed, some exciting like spotlights that you've done here in the past.
We just did the Rise Up St. Pete. We opened for G-Eazy.
Oh, nice.
That was kind of crazy at the St. Pete Pier.
Yeah.
So that was really crazy. About 5,000 people.
I was there. I saw it.
Oh,
dude. Yeah,
shit.
that was amazing. Yeah,
thank you, man. So I mean, that for recent, I would say that the first time we did GMF was amazing as well too. And then anytime we throw our own like personal shows for the events that we have, I feel like those are really good too. We bring people to venues that they normally wouldn't go to, like once we did the Renaissance at one point in time. A lot of people haven't been to Hooch and Hive. So we've done that as well too. We're working on the Factory in March. So I'm just kind of like just want to make sure that Tampa gets the wimps up everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I've noticed too, a lot of people coming to Tampa too. The scene is growing, especially for artists. And we've had a couple artists on this show too, Tampa artists. But it's cool that like we're getting the vibe of like that big city feel now. Mm-hmm. And it's cool to see people like you and a lot more that are going to be there that are local that are blowing up on a national stage. So that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, dope. I mean, it's bound to happen. I always say Tampa will win. So it just took some time for everybody to kind of be on the same page, for us to find our own identity and stop comparing ourselves to other cities. And then now, where we have our own culture, now we can kind of grow.
Yeah, totally. Tell me about like your style, because I would say rap, but rap is like such a broad term now. And you just mentioned before we started, you had a term for, I guess, explaining your style.
So it's Afro fusion. I think the rap portion of it is that's kind of like if you're looking at it from like surface level, but like a lot of the hits that we have are all like Afro beat, Afro pop, So it's like it's a fusion because like I come from, like if let's say we were to treat like a child, like my mother would be hip hop, but then my father would be Afro.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I love this song "In the Way." Like that. That's an awesome one.
Yeah, that's our dance hall.
Yeah, yes. What was kind of like the inspiration for that song? Because if you've never heard the song, you all need to go out and listen to it. You can find it on Spotify.
Everywhere.
It's awesome. But tell me, like, kind of what got that song inspired, or where did that come from?
So that song is for everyone that has that toxic friend. So
we know about that.
Yeah, so I had a toxic friend named Winnie, and I feel like everybody has a Winnie. It's the individual who never has a boyfriend or a girlfriend, that's always down for you, that remembers your birthday party, asks you like when you want to party, but then you never see them progress in any kind of relationship. But then they blame you for it. They're like, well, I'm here to support you. That's why I'm not in my own situation.
Yeah.
So that's where the hook came from, and then the story of the record is kind of like what I'm going through like right now. Now I'm charting. Now everybody wants like a piece of me type of situation, and now like it's like a lot more female attention and stuff like that. And it's just like it's kind of crazy. And then Winnie's supposed to be the one that's like stopping this, right, keeping me on path, but she's like, she's like promoting and antagonizing it, like, yo, like, you gotta have fun, you only live once. So we all have that kind of fun.
Yeah, man, we know people like that all the time, where they almost like they want to put you down for being in a committed relationship, raising kids to help this thing grow, this community, and they just like, no, you need to get out there and get weird and wild, and that's supposed to be good. They're toxic. I get you, man. I'm with it. I'm with it.
Yeah, no. I think he's referring to me.
He's toxic. This guy's toxic, but I love him.
Yeah,
but
I love him.
He'll get his shit together. He'll get his shit together.
That's why it's like my best friend Winnie. She don't act
exactly.
right. She's still my friend.
Hell yeah.
But it's like.
And one thing I wanted to say on the Afrofusion, like, I think it's cool in music right now, and you probably know this too. What's happening is, and I don't think it's on purpose, I think it just finally came around, is like, it's just like distilleries or breweries. There's no longer, it's just IPA, Pilsner, or there's everything fusion, because people want to try to inject more things to make it better. And I think that's awesome, because you will never, unless you, like a lot of people, like you said, rap, hip hop. There was one way it was done. You know what I mean? And then people are injecting these other things into it. And like you said, Tampa is nothing else. It's by itself. It's growing by itself. It's like Austin, Texas, same size, but it's growing, doing something else. We're not Austin. We shouldn't compare ourselves to Austin or anywhere else. It's like Tampa has its own thing. You like, artists, go into the places. You like comedy, you like art. We're going to have it completely different, but it's infused by all over. And when it comes here, it becomes its own thing. So I just think that idea of the fusion is happening in a lot of products and services. And I think it's a good thing.
Yo, well fucking said.
I try.
You mentioned when we were just talking about the song and Winnie and everything, like as you kind of grow, more and more people start to come around to you, get that more attention, and you've been blowing up recently. How has that like affected you in any way? Is it a positive thing to you, or has it been difficult to see more people come out of the woodwork and kind of maybe, hey, remember me from third grade? That's my good buddy.
Well, the thing is, when we created Preme, I kind of just like separated everything from that end. So it's like intentionally I separate the music from like anything personal. So those individuals probably don't even know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm cool, I'm fine with that, because for me, I never did it to like feed my ego. I did it so I can be able to coexist. So if we go to like gas bars, I'm not gonna have someone pull up on us while we're having a football conversation and be like, yo, Preme, can I get a feature? And it's like, you see me, I'm in the middle of a conversation. You can't blame them, because like if Drake was to walk in here now, I can't say that we won't be an opportunist. But see, I don't want to be the catalyst for somebody to be an opportunist for the work that I do. So I don't get to really to build it in, but as long as my team, like my media team, if they eat off of it, that's when I get to see like, okay, this is working now, because now people would be like, oh, how can I get this type of work from Preme, or these kind of results? And I'd be like, these are the guys that these are the legs of the table that keep it going.
Well, and the cool thing is too, another thing is, you just hit it on the head too, like people see Preme, and if that's what's created out front, that doesn't mean that's what makes that thing tick. And there's so many people behind the scenes that like chose that life, and that's just as important. And it's cool that like people want to say, like, if Drake walked in here, it's like, I almost think, and maybe I'm messed up in the head, but like I think those people will remember you more if you don't do what everybody else would have done, where you almost treat them like, yeah, come on into my trap house that I created this thing from. You know what I mean? Like, I think that there would be more respect in that than just being like fanboying and just being like, can I get a picture? Can I do this? That's cool. You need that. But like, if they get that all the time, I feel like they'll remember you more as like, remember that person that didn't care? Like, I just think that that's one of those things where if they come back to a city and be like, yo, this guy can't, and you probably deal with that when you see a Drake, and maybe you're not Drake level yet, but he if you went up and did your thing and tried to be an opportunist, maybe that like inhibits you from something, whereas he's like, yo, then I heard his stuff first instead of this guy that came up on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's facts.
Yeah, and I'm fascinated by this, by what you just said. So you basically
don't mention it.
not by what you said. Not by what you said.
Oh, okay. He's toxic. I told you.
But so you're basically what you're saying is kind of like the whole persona that you've created. You want that separate from your personal life. You don't want people to kind of have you one, like, I don't know what your real name is, but don't want that one and the same. You want to be a completely, almost, I don't want to say like a character because that sounds negative, but
it's like the best way I could describe it is like a firefighter, right? Like when you see a firefighter off duty, you're not like, yo, John, the firefighter. You're just like, John. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like art is like a part of my lifestyle, and I kind of just want to just I look at it like I'm providing a service for people when it comes to the music. The stories and the songs help you out with things that you may do something that you may think about doing or something that you've already been through.
Right.
And then the music portion of it provides you with these positive vibes that you can kind of listen to your car or if you're in a certain kind of mood. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it like that. Like I'm giving back that way from an artistic point of view. I don't look at it for something to where I need to get like a residual from it. I think that's where marketing and stuff like that come with, but I'd never interject that into the art.
That's sick.
Got it. Yeah, no, I love that approach.
He has other people that do that too. That's the other thing too, is like if you're a man may wear many hats, but if you're wearing the hat of Push, like you said, Preem, if that is what you are doing at that moment, that's what you're doing. You're in that capacity. If you're having a football conversation, mask off at the bar somewhere, then that's you at your own pace doing your own thing. So it's kind of cool because you'll have somebody in your marketing team, hey, here's what I'm giving back, do your thing. And that's cool. You know what I mean? Like, because if you were trying to interject and, everyone wants to give their creative experience, we do it with our show and I do it with the comedy, I do it with my art, is like if you want to gather information from other people, what looks good, what doesn't, but you, at that point, you have to like relish in where you are at that point. If you're performing, you're a performer. If you're at the table trying to figure out how to get this to the masses, you're in that, but it shouldn't, like you said, you shouldn't be going up there performing to get somebody to be like, I want to buy something because he's doing this.
That's disingenuous as hell. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. Tell us about the journey of getting started. How long have you been doing this, and like kind of what got you started?
Shoot, man. Well, it's been a while. I don't believe in time, so it's like it feels like one long day to me. But I would say from high school. We had an LLC in high school. I went to high school here in Florida, and for us it was just kind of like, just the guys that just always rapped in the circle, and and people just enjoyed that. It wasn't until I got back from New York, and I kind of had to start everything over here in Tampa, where I was just like, I want to do this anonymously, and I want to do it seriously. And then I saw an interview with MF Doom, RP MF Doom, and he just inspired me because I feel like our stories were so synonymous. Like, he lost his brother. I didn't lose my brother, but he stopped doing music, and then that group died off, right?
Sure.
And then from there, he became the Metal Face Doom, and I've always been in arts, crafts, cutting and sewing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, I want to express myself every album, because some albums won't feel the same. You know what I'm saying? Like when you listen to Nas I Am, and then you listen to Nas Now, it's not the same person.
Sure,
you feel me? But
totally.
but you want to appreciate what he did in that album.
Oh yeah.
Right.
So I want to make sure when I work on these masks, every album has like that soundtrack of what I'm going through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you just made another good point too about Nas too, is everybody, and people get upset because people change. You know what I mean? And it's like, whatever you're going through, like Jay-Z back then isn't Jay-Z now. Yeah, you're right. He's going to people are going to make different decisions, but like, dude, their whole lifestyles changed. Everything they are right now is completely different than 15 years ago. Yeah. I don't think they believe in time either, but that one long day, now it's nighttime. It used to be morning. So that's the thing, is where you're going to graduate through. When you wake up in the morning, you don't feel the same as when you go to bed at night. So I like that, because you can't get mad at them, because they're just expressing in their moment. You have no clue what took them during that day to that moment, but they're different people.
Yeah,
they're different people. Same person, but different aspects of life, like you said too.
You got to grow.
You got to grow from the morning you wake up to the time you go to bed. If it is one long day, guess what? You're gonna change throughout that day. It's crazy. I love this shit.
Hell yeah.
He's out of control. I apologize.
Nah, he's preaching right now. Yo, he should run for mayor.
Yeah, seriously. So we were just talking earlier about how, like, pretty recently, I would say, or I mean, again, I haven't been following all along, but your success seems to be blowing up pretty rapidly, right? Is there anything particular you would kind of contribute that to? Is it like, obviously it's the music and people are connecting with that, right? But is there other things in addition to that, would you say, are contributing to the success? Is it getting on these shows like with G-Eazy, or is it the marketing that you guys are doing as a group, or what would you kind of say is helping the
I would say it's the fans, because when we do a show like how we did at for Hooch and Hive, and at the time Dean was new, he didn't know me, and then he's just like, oh, this kid charted on Billboard, that's kind of crazy. And then he tells Broken Mode, and then Broken Mode pulls me on more shows, and then we just bring like a different aspect, because I have a band, so I perform with a live band. So with that portion of it, now it's like, oh, this is really different. And then people kind of have conversations, but the way that we do our shows, it's like kind of like going to like a birthday party, right? So it's like if you buy a ticket, you get something with that, whether it's a sticker, a gift bag, a free show. We had NFTs that we were doing as well too. So I think that's what kind of grew it, because everyone's like, he's taking this approach so different, and he's representing the city. Yeah. And I think that's what kind of like, because the streams and everything like that is all good, but without the people, I don't think it works out.
Another good point, and I'm sorry I'm just on one right now, but here's the crazy part too. Just we were talking about in the distilleries and the breweries and everything's getting injected. You know what's back? Punk rock and indie. That doesn't mean the type of music. It means to know it used to be your playlist was Jay-Z, Eminem, Nas, Ice Cube. You'd go through all the realms. Dr. Dre. Yeah. Now it's not, because it's cool and it's trendy to find these new people blowing up. And without those new people on your track, if you're going to go down there and listen to the same 10 artists and you listen to from the beginning, whether they're good shit or not, you get a bad album, but you still listen to it and you rock them because you're just dropping names. But now it's fun and it's cool to have that punk rock, and you say, yo, have you heard about this person? No. Then you give them their music. Spotify, Nas and you are on the exact same platform. So anyone can get anything at the exact same place. Back in the day, you couldn't get your CD on the shelf unless you paid for that spot. Now anyone can do it. So it's trendy, it's indie, it's cool, it's punk rock to find awesome artists that no one's ever heard of. And that's one thing about GMF that's really cool, is it brings it to the light. People win. It's not about who can spend the most money to get the shelf life. If you're in the grocery store, you know how you get that end cap? You pay more. You force it down their throats. With this, it's indie. You find it.
Yeah, that's facts. And GMF does a great job with that, because I think the hype, like the first time we did GMF at the amphitheater, the hype behind it was crazy. I didn't think that that many people were going to know about it, right? And then but then I saw a lot of artists that I collab with and I work with. For them, it's like a proud moment. So that's why I like things like JMF, because there's someone outside looking in that's like a new fan and things like that. They're like, oh, he's on this major stage. Right. So now they get a little bit more connected because they want to see where the story goes. So yeah, I would say platforms like GMF, the G-Eazy show especially, because now the guy who does all the events for St. Pete, he's like, you're number one on my list now.
Oh, wow. That's
because we were the only act from Tampa throughout the whole concert series to perform. There was no other actor. Yeah, we was the only one.
That's amazing.
Awesome.
Without covers, like we don't, we don't do covers.
Right.
So I thought that was kind of like cool that they took a chance on us, and then the crowd rocked out with it,
And not only that keeps you local, but it also gets to, do you see who I saw on this show? Now it gets to the people that were visiting from New York or have family in New York. You got to check this cat out, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, it's in you're playing it on your playlist.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know, and maybe you don't know yet, but do you know specifically when you're playing at GMF so people can make sure that they are there?
Yeah, so we're going to be at the Robert City stage at 8:30.
Okay, on Saturday?
Saturday, yep.
On Saturday,
yeah.
Okay, awesome.
No, I'm sorry, on Friday. On
Friday.
My apologies, on Friday.
Got it.
So it's going to be, H is going to be there as well, too. That's my mentor. I think Shelby's going to be on that stage as well. I'm not too sure, but anyone that's listening in, just go to the my page or Gasparilla Music Festival page, and then they have the list, and the map and everything like that since they moved it.
And we'll be backstage and floating around. They got a tent for us, so we'll have to come in and say what's up.
Yeah, we'll definitely catch you while we're there for sure. And then so I guess outside of that too, do you have any other big shows coming up in the future?
Oh yeah,
or how to book you?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. You can contact us online. All the booking information is there too. The next big show that we're doing is we're bringing Too Rare to the factory in March.
Okay,
so that's
awesome.
the next one, and then from there, then we're going to start our tour in April. So we're looking to do Toronto, LA, Houston, Orlando, St. Petersburg, and the DMV area.
Oh,
because the thing is, we need to, we just have to just take what we have now and put it in more of like our market. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just so that it's like, when Reggae Rise Up comes, they're just like, oh yeah, Preme, because Preme does that. So we just want to make sure that like they understand it's more than just like rap. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it's a whole experience. You feel me?
No, absolutely.
Definitely.
So too, if no one has heard you before, and this podcast is their first appearance of like seeing you, what would you tell them would be? And I assume you love everything you create, obviously, but what would you tell them? Like, hey, go check this out if you want to hear what I'm all about.
Oh yeah, I definitely would say check out Adam and Eve.
Okay, yeah, I know that one. That's
so
awesome.
Adam and Eve, we charted twice in number one on iTunes in the UK and in South Africa. And it was crazy because the song dropped at two different times. So when we signed with this indie and they dropped it, it did it again. I'm just like, okay, that's a really good song.
Sweet.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like for it to do that, we even had to do like another video because we thought like, whoa, it's like this is moving too fast. But I think that's like the best representation of what we do. Then if for the people that like more of the energetic music. People that go to the gym, I would say outside.
Yeah.
We have the song Outside that just hit 1 million streams with Tom G.
Nice.
And
he's Tampa too, right?
Yeah, Tom G. I mean, he might pull up the GMF, man. We're trying to work it out.
Nice.
We're trying to work it out. So that would be dope to have, a Tampa legend out here.
Yeah.
And I think it'll just really unite the city because, just having all groups in there, whether it's like the urban, the country, the business people, the millenniums, all that. I just feel like GMF needs to be celebrated like
the
a
toxic,
holiday.
the good.
Toxic, the good. Yeah, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Got to be a melting pot.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, how would you compare Tampa to like where you're from, New York? Would you?
Nah, I think I like Tampa. I always tell people Tampa is the home of second chances because when I came here, I didn't think I was going to be in this position I'm in now.
Yeah.
So New York is like it's built for the hustlers. You know what I'm saying?
It's cutthroat.
You really got to work. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
And not that you're afraid of work, but it becomes again, back on the shelf space. You got to have the person that's going to get you on the shelf space, no matter how talented you are. Mm-hmm. You want to let the music and the art speak for itself. And that's what's sweet is like, I think the artist always wins because at the end of the day, that product or service you're putting out, it's the journey they go with you. Mm-hmm. And the journey that they had when you were in New York is probably completely different than the journey they're going on right now. Mm-hmm. And it's cool that they got that. Again, indie punk rock. I love it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so this is the What's Good Tampa show. We talk a lot about things in Tampa. Okay. Tell us what some of your favorite Tampa places to go are, whether it's a bar, places to eat,
I mean,
whatever.
it just closed because I did a beer collab with them. Zydeco was one of my favorite places to be here.
Yeah, I know. I was so upset when they
saying
closed.
that.
I like that place. Yeah.
But, I mean, I would say Gas Bar.
Yeah.
I was gonna say another spot where they closed too.
I know.
You like all the closed down places.
But I mean, I do like. It depends what kind of vibe that you're going for. So if you want something more elegant, something more kind of like, on the facer, and I'll say like Edition.
Uh-huh.
If you like something more so on the dive bar, I would say like Gas Bars. I would say. St. Pete got a dope spot called Lost and Found. I think that spot is ill. So that's one of my favorite spots too. And then of course, iconically Crowbar. Crowbar is dope. Just to get different things, whether it be hip hop, poetry, rock.
Yeah.
So yeah,
ODS,
there's a lot of,
baby.
Oh, ODS too. Yeah. Were you there when we brought Jadakiss?
No, I need to. I should have been.
My God,
Claymaster, Jay out there that does the food. And
Yeah.
But yeah, I gotta get. I mean, it's Sundays though, man. It's tough.
Sundays is super tough. I ain't gonna hold you.
Late too.
You got to pick it when it's a holiday on one day.
We got to go and bring the show there. They'd love that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, if Austin's not being toxic, we might do that.
I'm working on my toxicity.
But before we go, so I want to take a quick break because we got to get a quick sponsor ad. But when we come back, you can give him the lightning round, the Tampa lightning round, and see where he lands in that.
Okay. All right,
we'll
let's
be
do
right
it.
back.
We'll take a quick break. Okay, all right, well, welcome back.
Yeah.
Preme, thanks so much for coming in today. We really appreciate you being here. I'm excited to see you at GMF on Friday.
8:30.
8:30. Okay, that's where we're going to be. That's where y'all need to be. Friday, 8:30, GMF.
You don't want to miss it.
You don't want to miss Preme. Tear up the stage. It's going to be awesome. We do this with all of our guests, a quick this or that Tampa edition game.
Okay.
So just quickly say whatever the first is that comes to your mind. You got 60 seconds.
Okay. I'm
going to give you 10 questions. If you don't even know, like if it's neither, then you can just lie. Okay. All right.
Toxic.
So here we go with 60 seconds on the clock. Going now. Cuban sandwich or wings?
Wings.
Clearwater Beach or St. Pete Beach?
St. Pete.
Gasparilla Parade or the Florida State Fair?
Gasparilla.
Tampa Bay Lightning or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Bucks.
Busch Gardens or Adventure Island?
Busch Gardens.
Ybor City or Channelside?
Ybor.
Tampa Museum of Art or the Florida Aquarium?
Florida Aquarium.
The Buccaneers or the Rowdies?
The Bucks.
Yeah, right?
The Rowdies about to be the mutiny pretty soon.
Exactly, yeah. Tampa,
no disrespect.
Tampa Riverwalk or Bayshore Boulevard?
Bayshore. Those cribs are crazy. Those cribs are crazy.
And then last but not least, University of South Florida or the University of Tampa?
Oh.
Or don't give a shit.
I say both.
Both. There you go.
I say both. Yeah, I got an interview at USF, so both. I'm gonna make sure they tune into you guys too.
And he finished it in an amazing 45 seconds. Congratulations! Once again, thank you for coming on the show.
Oh, that was awesome.
Tell us before we go.
See you too,
one more time. Just tell us how people can get a hold of you, where to find you.
Okay. Well, you guys know it's your favorite mask assassin. 1-4 for the Wandering Assassins. Always Tampa will win. Pusha Preme. You can find me anywhere, whether it's Google, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Vivo, Napster, LimeWire. Just type in PUSHAPREME and something positive will pull up.
Awesome. Okay, cool. And you can find us at the What's Good Tampa Show, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, all the good stuff. That's at the What's Good Tampa Show. Hit us up if you're interested in being on the show, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Thanks for listening to the What's Good Tampa Show. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at What's Good Tampa Show, or visit what'sgoodtampa.com to get involved with the show. See you next time.